They called him the Commodore, not because he wore a naval uniform, but because he commanded the movement of entire nations, by sea, by rail, by brute will and boundless ambition. He didn't just move goods, he moved the very gears of the American economy, and it all started with a borrowed $100. This is the ruthless rise of Cornelius Vanderbilt, the man who forged steel arteries across a young republic and dared anyone to stop him. In 1810, a scrappy 16-year-old boy borrowed $100 from his mother. That boy was Cornelius Vanderbilt. He used the money to buy a small sailboat and began ferrying passengers between Staten Island and Manhattan. No connections, no privilege, just pure grit. He worked 18-hour days, racing other ferrymen, undercutting prices, and never backing down from a fight. By the time most boys his age were figuring out how to court a girl, Vanderbilt was already out competing men twice his age. He wasn't born into wealth. He didn't inherit a legacy. He built it, one wave at a time. As the 1820s dawned, steamships began to dominate. Most saw them as experimental luxuries. Vanderbilt saw them as war machines in the battle for wealth. He partnered with Thomas Gibbons and entered the cutthroat world of steamship transport, quickly learning how to weaponize legal loopholes, price wars, and raw intimidation. And when monopolists like Robert Fulton tried to lock him out, Vanderbilt waged economic warfare. He dropped prices so low his competitors bled out. He'd run routes at a loss for months just to break the back of rival lines. He wasn't just playing the game, he was rewriting the rules. By the 1830s, Vanderbilt had amassed a fleet of over 100 steamships. He earned his nickname, the Commodore, not in war, but in commerce. His ships connected America's ports, from New York to New Orleans, from Panama to San Francisco. When the California gold rush hit, his lines connected Chicago to New York, moving millions of tons of freight and thousands of passengers each year. He wasn't just a businessman anymore. He was national infrastructure. He funded Grand Central Depot. He owned the routes that determined who got rich and who stayed poor. And while others chased glory, Vanderbilt only wanted one thing: control. Vanderbilt was not a philanthropist. He didn't build libraries or endow universities, at least not until late in life. He once said, "What do I care about the law? Ain't I got the power?" This wasn't arrogance. It was his core belief. That might made right in the world of money. And yet, when he did give, he gave big. In 1873, he donated $1 million to found Vanderbilt University. Not out of guilt, but to immortalize the name. It was never about money for Vanderbilt. It was about legacy. He didn't just want to be remembered, he wanted to be unforgettable. Cornelius Vanderbilt died in 1877. He left behind one of the largest fortunes in human history, over $100 million at the time. Today, that's equivalent to over $185 billion, but his true legacy, the systems he built, the cities he connected, the blueprint for ruthless industrial dominance. He made no apologies, no concessions, no compromises. He was America's original corporate warlord, and every freight train that roars through the night still echoes his name. Before Musk, before Bezos, before Gates, there was Vanderbilt, the man who ruled the rails, the Commodore of capital. Subscribe if you're ready for more stories the textbooks left behind. The untamed truth of history's most dangerous men, because this is just the beginning.